Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Takara Tomy. This is C03. This, I suppose in English terms, is a missing link bumblebee, but in Japanese terms, it's a missing link bumble figure. But what we're going to do, we're going to open him up, we're going to have a look at him in both of his modes. We're going to see the accessory that comes with him, which sounds really strange, talking about a Generation 1 bumblebee figure. And of course, we'll see how he looks and compares with some other bumblebee figures and missing link figures as well. So as I start to move all of these out of the way, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also to thank In Demand Stores, which is where I got this from, and as you can see, they got it to me nice, quickly and safely. The first thing we've got to do though is look at the absolutely beautiful packaging. And I suppose if you're unfamiliar with Japanese Generation 1 figures, this is how they used to package them. So I don't actually have a bumblebee, but I do have a wheelie, and this is a vintage Generation 1 box. And I love the fact that they kept them in these boxes. It just meant that you could look after them much better. If you remember, obviously, the way that Hasbro packaged them, which there's nothing wrong with, of course, they packaged them on the pack of backing cards like so, which once you tore off, then obviously you pretty much had to look after the card. Takara also did some with the backing cards, which were a little bit smaller with, of course, the Japanese writing. But again, I really love these little boxes because they're what look and feel the best, purely because you're going to see now the fact that you can store them away and keep them neat. So the boxes are pretty much carbon copy, apart from the fact, obviously, it says missing link there. And you've also got the 40th anniversary. You've got the transformation on the top. Now, this is going to be intriguing to me because I've seen pictures of these. Obviously, of course, I've seen loads. There is the 84 battle scene on the back. There is the licensed VW product there, and in some cases with these, they used to have the robot points and stuff on the inside. This one hasn't, but I presume it is on the other. But what I was saying is, with all my reviews, I don't watch other people's reviews for exactly this reason. I don't want to taint my first impressions. Now, I only realised the other day, having a look at some photos, that you could swivel the wrists. So I suppose this is going to be a huge surprise to me. Very quickly though, guys, the C is what stood for Cybertrons, which in Japan was the Japanese word for Autobot. So that's pretty interesting if you didn't know that. The box is just beautiful. Again, I can't believe how nice it is and how good it does look. Now let's see if they've done the same thing. Yes, there you go. So C03, C04 on the back of all of their polystyrene inserts. Again, just so you know they were original and so you know that they were the correct ones. Wow. They put the numbers down so you could see that. That's looking really good. There's no hole in the back either to push him through, so it looks like you've got to just... Wow, he's kept in super tight. Right, let's have a look. Is he going to stand? And his gun... Right, I'm going to have to get some tweezers to get that out, but I will do in a bit, not just now. Let's do some first impressions then, and that's ridiculous. That's... Oh, the joints are incredibly stiff. No way, he's got actual additional... Wow, he's got pull-out shoulder joints. He's got movable shoulder joints that way. He's got swivel joints there. He's got an elbow... I'm stunned with this. I'm absolutely stunned with just the level of articulation on him. It's something that I wasn't expecting. I was obviously expecting, I think, the elbow bends, but nothing on the level of what this is here. This also feels a lot heavier, a lot heavier than your standard G1, so it feels like there's a lot more going on involved with this figure. I mean, from the front they look pretty much identical. This is a pre-rub, and that's obviously got the pre-rub sticker on. Interestingly enough, it has got the rub sign underneath, which is very interesting because it's got obviously both. I'm blown away by this. The detail there on the head, and there's a swivel. That's ridiculous. There's a mini swivel head, which is crazy. Is it going to go all the way around? I'm too scared. It will do. It feels really stiff, but you've got full shoulder rotation. You've got bicep flexion. You've got bicep stroke wrist rotation. There's obviously there's definitely no waist rotation. There is knee bends. There's like a double knee bend. There's tilting, rocking. There's so much going on in here. This is crazy. This is way more detailed, way more. I know that a lot of people, you know, and perhaps rightly so at first, were thinking it's quite expensive for what it is. This is about £32, about $40 US. And yeah, you know, it is a mini bot, but when you look at what's going on in the back here, there is loads going on. I'm really surprised. I also know that doubles up as a weapons storage. So what I'm going to do is, in fact, let's get him into alternate mode first. Now, I imagine this isn't going to be as straightforward as we're thinking, but let's have a go. Let's pop. In fact, let's have a look at the pack that come with it, just in case there's something that I'm going to miss. There's the stretched Autobot logo, which is, that's cool. That's a bright throwback to the old Generation 1 figures. It's a bit of a cult thing, that, to be honest, because a lot of people didn't even realise. They just thought they came with the standard Autobot logos, but a lot of the first mini-bots had the stretched Autobot logo. So we've got the sticker sheet, which I probably won't use. We've got the collector's card, and if you'll see what I mean, he's called Bumble, not Bumblebee. And again, I love the fact that this is exactly what they used to do with Generation 1 figures. And let's have a look, because this you wouldn't expect to need some instructions like this for something that's nice and simple. So no, it looks like there's quite a bit more, to be fair. Oh wow, you can store the gun on the underside as well. I didn't even know that. So what I'm going to do, I am going to have to take the gun out of the box. So let me do that and I'll come straight back to you. So I've got his little gun, and in all honesty, that was quite difficult to set him free. So I'm presuming it's that tiny little tab on the inside. So let's have a look. Yeah, it is. It's going to fit there. This is obviously all completely new. Bumblebee, none of the mini bots apart from Outback. That's a crazy addition. That's a weapon storage, as if it's got a weapon storage on alternate mode. So let's join them together. And now it looks like these, you've got to put, quite a lot of pressure. Push that in and then straighten these out. I genuinely feel like I'm going to snap this at any second. It's so tight, but I think perhaps it's got to be, because one of the biggest things with the mini bots, for anybody who collected G1 will remember, is just the loose joints. They always they ended up being incredibly loose, whereas this feels a totally different level. So it looks like we're going to need to collapse the shoulder, rotate the wrist, and then, is it going to go that way? Oh no, it's going to go back, isn't it? Oh, the tyres are rubber as well, by the way, guys. The tyres are 100% rubber. And yes, bit of power, bit of pressure, push it in, line it up, and turn that the correct way around. So yes, it is. Oh, there's a tab there. You can even put the fist over it. There you go. I'm learning at the same time. So there's a tab there actually for the fist. So that's even easier. You've got a marker. So even though they've made like a mini-bot transformation quite difficult, which is crazy, but there you go. The fists, hopefully you can see there, are going to collapse over that. That's pressed in. It's joined in there. And then the head should... He says should. Just needs quite a bit of pressure. Or is that pushing the legs forward? I don't know. I'll double check that in a second. Whether or not it's because it's brand new, I'm not too sure. But there is your beautiful looking alternate mode. A sort of chibi style Volkswagen Beetle. But you can still tell what it is. And you know what? Now you've got it in this particular mode. Let me just move these instructions. You actually can't tell. Let's get this back in focus. You can't. There's not much difference. There is obviously when they're robots, you can see that he's a little bit taller. Is this a little bit higher up? Not too sure. Not too sure at all. Yeah, this one just definitely feels heavier. It's great. It really is great to have one of these. And I think the missing link at the moment for me are my most sort of anticipated line. I love the Generations line. I love to see what they're doing. But I think with these, because we don't know, I'm just going to pop this back off again, what they're coming out with. We know we're going to get, obviously, Sunstreaker and Accordant. So I'd be very surprised if we don't get a spin out very soon. And then whoever else, I don't know, but that's what I mean. The fact that when we get these, and even when we get these, this has just completely stunned me. The bits that I didn't even know were there or didn't even see were coming. So this whole double swing out hinge shoulder has really surprised me. I thought they were just going to pop out. I thought you were going to be able to turn the arms, not, from the waist. It's really, really clever. I've just turned that the wrong way around. The weapon storage I had no idea about either. So that's really cool. And then, yeah, a bit of pressure there to fold that over. The transformation, to be fair, it's sort of easing off, but it's definitely feeling quite restricted. I also very quickly now want to show you that you can do this, because I've just seen that in the instructions. And I'm sure I've seen somebody do it. Is it that way? No, it'll be the little tab, I think, as well. No, it's not the little tab. It's the main handle that he would hold on to. Another weapon storage for when he's in robot mode. But let's be honest, if you're going to give him a weapon, you might as well put it in his hands, and that is how I am going to be displaying him. Does it fit in quite simply? Little bit of pressure, but it's in. I love the fact they've gone with chrome as well. Chrome is massively missing in the new toy lines, to be honest. That's the only thing that if I was going to have a moan and be a bit negative about the new toy lines, is the missing of chrome. There you go. So now you can see a big difference, to be fair. Now you can see obviously the shoulders come much wider. Let's just drop this down a fraction for you. Shoulders come loads wider, and his height, he's got a good couple of millimeters on him, to be fair. It's crazy. It is crazy, guys. This is everything I wanted and more, because I just didn't realise. Look, you've got shot. Is that a butterfly joint? Would you class that as a butterfly joint? Let me know in the comments. I don't really know. Perhaps you could class it as a butterfly shoulder joint. Who knows? You know, as I say, let's bring in a few of the bumblebees. There's a blockies one, which again is absolutely tiny. Let's lift this up a teensy little bit, because I want to bring in Studio Series 86 so we can see that. Again, we've got loads of different types. I'm not going to bring out all the bumblebees because we will just literally be here all day. But there is a Sentinel Prime as well. So the Missing Link collection is definitely growing. And to be honest, I can't wait to see where it goes. I will be reviewing Cliff Jumper very soon. Just as soon as I got him, I just had to get him out of the box and do exactly what I've done. So there you go. Completely surprised me. I thought it was going to be good, but it's a million times better than what I thought it was going to be. Just look at that. This is a mini bot, by the way. I suppose, again, people who are looking at this who are under 20 are thinking, what's he going on about? Because it's something that they've seen, you know, everybody's seen an elbow bend. But I can't get over the elbow bend on a mini bot. It's blown my mind, and that's completely where I'm going to end it, because there's nothing more to say. It's just way better than I thought it would be, and yeah, it's amazing. Let me know what you think, guys. You probably already got yours as well, but let me know what you think. We can even turn the head to make him face the way he's pointing. There we go. Thanks for watching. Take care.